The call to the honourable member for Bennelong.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Infrastructure and Transport. How is the Albanese Labor government delivering cheaper to run, low emissions cars for Australians, and what was standing in the way?
Call to order. I haven't called the minister yet, so there will be no interjections. The call to the Minister for Infrastructure, Transport, Regional Development and Local Government.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker, and can I thank the member for Bennelong for the question and his advocacy for cleaner and cheaper to run cars, as well as his significant advocacy for making sure we've got electric charging infrastructure in his electorate for buses as well. On the 16th of May, of course, this parliament legislated a new vehicle efficiency standard for Australia. This is a reform that has been 2 decades in the making. The member for Bradfield, of course, when he was last minister, couldn't get that through his party room, tried to put it through, but it has taken this government to actually deliver what has been on the books for 2 decades. The passage of this bill will mean that Australians can start to benefit from more efficient cars, whether they are petrol vehicles, whether they are hybrid vehicles, diesel or electric vehicles, with an estimated fuel savings of $95 billion in 2050. This reform has caught up with the rest of the world. The US has had a standard in place for over 50 years, and across the world 85% of new cars are covered by a vehicle efficiency standard. Australians were not getting the choice of new vehicles they deserved, and along with Russia, we stood as one of the only advanced economies without such a standard. I particularly want to acknowledge Toyota, Hyundai, Tesla, the Motor Trades Association of Australia, the Australian Automobile Dealers Association, the Electric Vehicle Council for their positive engagement and supportive comments. On the passage of the bill, the FCAI said that they welcomed our standard and that they have always recognised the importance of a government-mandated CO2 standard for Australia. The Motor Trades Association welcomed our workable compromise with industry through good faith negotiations, while the Automotive Dealers Association welcomed our ambitious standard, which will significantly lower vehicle emissions. What we know is that Australia's new vehicle efficient standards are ambitious and achievable. They're the right standard for Australia that will deliver Australians more choice, save Australians thousands at the bowser, particularly regional Australians, reduce emissions and ensure Australians can continue to buy the utes and the SUVs that they love. Now, I'm asked in the question what was standing in the way. Well, I can tell you what was standing in the way was the relentless negativity of those opposite, who have no courage to actually do the reforms that are necessary to ensure that this country has a future made in Australia, a future for regional Australians, and that we can benefit from the significant transition that is occurring internationally. Those opposite never see a policy that they can say yes to.
Order. When the House comes to order.